Hey, that's right. Today's going to be a gorgeous day. It's actually going to be a little bit warmer than yesterday for a lot of us. But yes, we are starting the day again with those bright sunny skies. And we're going to continue with the sun really not just throughout the day, but over the next couple of days throughout the rest of the week. Current temperatures warming up quickly, upper 60s and low 70s already, which compared to this time yesterday is a noticeable warm up, a good couple degrees warmer than yesterday. And dew points are in the 50s right now, which is still comfortable. And they're actually only going to drop as we head into the afternoon hours. So only getting more comfortable, even though the temperature is going to be rising. 11 a.m. up to 72, 2 o'clock 77, 75 degrees at 5 o'clock. And then we go all the way back down to the 60s as we get into 8 o'clock, because we are going to have another cool start to the day tomorrow. But look, we've got a huge warm up on the way. Average high is only in the mid 70s. Tomorrow 78, low 80s for Thursday, mid 80s for Friday. And then we're still in the low 80s for Saturday. And we stay dry throughout that period. Today, Wednesday, Thursday, nice and dry. Only thing that we have on the radar over the next couple days is a very low end chance for an isolated storm or an isolated shower as we get into your Friday. But honestly, that really, truly is looking very isolated, and a lot of us will not see that. Upcoming weekend looks good as well. Cooler for some, warmer for others. I've got that forecast coming up. And a lot of sunshine over the next couple days. A low end chance for storms later on this week. I'll show you when coming up.
Sarah, but it's going to heat up on us.
It is going to heat up, so maybe we'll hear some complaints from fall weather lovers, but honestly, it's a really good forecast. Temperatures out there, low to mid 70s. We still have a good, I'm going to call it maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of warming to go. Farther inland, a lot of us upper 70s, a little bit cooler at the coastline later this afternoon, low to the mid 70s. Overnight really depends on where you are. Closer to the water. Water during the day keeps you cooler, at night keeps you warmer. So water, if you're close to that, overnight lows in the 50s. Farther inland, though, like Central Mass especially, some of you going all the way down to the upper 40s. High temperatures for tomorrow, farther inland, upper 70s nearing 80. We are going to have an onshore wind, so that's going to cool you down at the coast, Cape, the islands again, low to mid 70s. That's what we're going to be seeing a lot this week. So I know you're seeing mid 80s on the 7-day. That's primarily for areas farther inland. We are going to continue with that onshore breeze that's going to keep coastal areas, Boston included, a little bit on the cooler side. So our mornings are cooler, afternoons super warm, and then evenings and night times are going to be cooler. So you definitely need to dress in layers. And that includes Fenway. Tonight, 7-10, 69. Tomorrow night, 7-10, 68 degrees, even though it's going to be much warmer in the afternoon hours. And we have been dealing with a lot of sun, which has been great, but we are definitely drying out. We've had just a trace of rain so far this month at Boston, and less than a tenth of an inch at Worcester. So we need about an inch of rainfall in order to catch up, and we're really not going to be getting that over the next couple days, really over the next foreseeable future. Let's talk about Francine. Still a tropical storm, could become a hurricane very, very soon. National Hurricane Center said it could briefly become a Category 2 before landfall. So either a strong Category 1 or weak Category 2 hurricane at landfall sometime Wednesday evening. I know that may sound like a big difference, but the difference in the wind speed between a strong Cat 1 and a weak Cat 2 is actually a wind speed of only a couple miles an hour. So it's not that significant of a difference. Both of them are still going to cause a lot of issues for Louisiana. And the track has been trending farther east, closer to Baton Rouge and New Orleans. So that's bad news for them. So we're watching Wednesday evening for that landfall, but tropical storm conditions are actually going to begin as early as Wednesday morning as the storm gets a little bit closer. After that, tracking north, paralleling the Mississippi. A lot of different problems to unpack here. We have hurricane warnings in effect for the south coast. On the outskirts of that, we have tropical storm warnings for the tropical storm force winds, and we are still expecting a significant storm surge greater than 6 feet above ground. That's the abnormal rise of the ocean water over typically dry ground. One of the bigger issues is actually going to be flash flooding and river flooding. 4 to 8 inches of rainfall expected across Louisiana and Mississippi. Isolated amounts up to a foot are possible over the next couple days. This is through Friday, so significant impacts there. Back here, much more quiet. Low-end chance for a spot storm on Friday. Not a big deal. Really warm inland, but it's going to be cooler on the coastline. Same with the upcoming weekend. Temperatures are only going to be in the 70s, but farther inland 80s.